Friedrich Nietzsche, German philosopher. Sparkling silver with light radiating around the entire body. Triangle on the forehead with a brilliant light in its center. Layer 8. Although today I had intended to invite Immanuel Kant, Veronica, knowing my deep admiration for Friedrich Nietzsche, persuaded me to call him instead, after asking for the blessing of the Heavenly Father. Veronica, the path of light has opened. Very quickly 2 men appeared, Calumnus and our guest, who seems to surpass everyone else in radiance, bearing himself with royal dignity. He possesses an extremely severe kind of beauty. He is dressed in a white robe, fastened with a cord from which 2 tassels hang. His head is uncovered. He has no beard. His eyes are penetrating. I greeted this remarkable man, this unique and utterly original philosopher, Nietzsche, with the deepest respect. Calumnus, with the permission of the most radiant Lord, I have accompanied my beloved sons, brothers, and friends. Together with our dearly loved and highly honored brother Nietzsche, I now leave him to speak with you. Nietzsche, my beloved friends and brothers, in the love of that true madness, of that immeasurable abyss, which someone once called inferno, during my meditations. I say inferno, because the true inferno, the overwhelming avalanche, is the love of the one who died for us, the people of earth. In his name I ask that you be blessed. I thank you for your restless affection, for the beautiful curiosity of my sister Veronica, who was not satisfied merely to have my writings read aloud, but desired to see me and hear me. Now, the path between us has been opened. Space itself has become powerless, allowing us to communicate with one another. These conversations take visible form only for those who must read them. In reality, they are continuous waterfalls flowing from the great source of love, victory, and beauty. Those who are united in love, in thought, and in the heights of truth have no need for spoken words. It is enough to behold one another and to exchange ideas, each completing the other within the light of the sublime. But since you still live within the world of forms, a world through which I too wandered for a few years, let us speak of realities. Everything that moves upon the planet Earth, those billions of human beings whom I see, I dare to call them the cemetery of the dead. And yet here and there, among those graves, one suddenly rises alive. Those few who are truly living among the dead, filled with strength and life, moving effortlessly among those heavy tombs, are the great scientists of your age. To the countless dead, still imprisoned within their graves, they appear to be genuine gods, and in this they are not mistaken. Yet behold, these very gods, endowed with extraordinary powers and intelligence, labor day and night, refining, analyzing, and synthesizing everything their scientific understanding has enabled them to discover. But instead of lifting humanity out of that great earthly cemetery, they have merely learned to polish the tombstone, while destroying the ones still struggling to live inside the grave. I realize that my manner of speaking is difficult and perhaps hard to understand, so let me be clear. The grave is the shell of earthly man, within which he struggles between life and death. Those who have risen are your great scientists who have surpassed ordinary human thought. Yet I, who have always rebelled against the destruction of beauty, against everything that could be good, everything that could make humanity happy, I now rebel once again, seeing how these awakened minds have used the hidden nucleus of their genius, not for life, but for the destruction of their fellow human beings. I am speaking of the second bomb they have now succeeded in creating, one capable, they say, of destroying the dead man without even destroying his grave. Nietzsche, perhaps you will say that the shadow of my madness still remains with me, even here. Very well. Sometimes, what people call madness is nothing more than seeing the terrible injustices of humanity, a humanity that resembles an impenetrable jungle through which wild beasts crawl, seeking to poison, to dominate, and to possess as much as possible. You have probably read that I, a mere mortal, upon seeing the cruelty inflicted upon a horse, embraced it, wrapped my arms around its neck, and from that moment my earthly life collapsed. That animal did not belong to my world, yet its suffering pierced me so deeply that I no longer wished to survive. I tore myself away from that unjust and dark jungle. Ask yourselves the same question that I continually ask. How can the one who looks upon one of his gardens, the planet Earth, populated according to the laws of his creation, watch those brilliant minds, radiant with intelligence, laboring to destroy their own brothers, to annihilate their fellow human beings. I say this because that is exactly what is happening upon the earth where you now live. And when their own weapon turns back upon them, where will it find them? What will remain of them? Their god is wealth, luxury, domination, the control of others. They wait for a god fashioned according to their own desires, one who would establish a mighty nation and a mighty people, placing all others beneath them. But they deceive themselves. The one whom they believe dead is alive. He possesses immense powers. He waits to see how far their diabolical brilliance will extend. Then, through their own weapon, the oceans will swallow them, at the command of divine love, destroying those who are already dead, lying within the graves of ignorance and blindness. The one whom they imagine to be powerless will reveal that his goodness can also become righteous judgment. In a single instant, he can pronounce the sentence of disappearance. He came to bring peace and unity among humanity. Yet those who wish to kill with bombs desire instead to reduce that peace to ashes. They wait for a mighty God who will dominate the whole earth and force everyone to kneel at their feet. But those who imagine themselves the chosen people, the children of love, shall instead become prey to merciless vultures, who will tear open their hearts and pluck out their eyes, shall be disarmed before that divine force which demands justice for the humble and the oppressed. Whoever beholds him, understands him, transmits him, is filled with his power, is helped in every ascent, is immersed in the ocean of his love, within the great family of billions upon billions of beings, and is allowed simply to rejoice. I dwell in layer 8. From there I descend even to layer 1. I descend to you through love and affection. In these continual descents and ascents, I am constantly filled and emptied, because this is precisely what I desired. I am filled while dwelling in layer 8. I pour myself out when I come toward you, and through this continual activity, I belong among the blessed of the great throne of light. Now, my dear friends, I believe you have gathered a small provision from what has been revealed. I would therefore bring our conversation to a close, not because I do not enjoy speaking with you, but because too much is not always good. Besides, I have already emptied my entire sack of righteous fury, without restraint, yet I have spoken the truth. George, my beloved Nietzsche, do you still remember what caused your mental collapse? Was it Nietzsche? I believe I have not been understood. The injustices surrounding me caused my imbalance, but that did not hinder my ascent toward union with truth, nor my ability to read it. George, would you now please show us? Veronica, he already has. His spiritual foundation is astonishing, sparkling silver, with light radiating from his entire body as I have never seen with anyone else. And there, the luminous triangle upon his forehead, with a brilliant light shining at its center. Nietzsche, now I must leave. My schedule is very full. Veronica, Nietzsche has withdrawn. Kaleness, I now wish to tell you something more. Nietzsche also belonged to the great spirits of the Golden City. Furthermore, he is the very reincarnation of the great founder of the Persian religion, Zarathustra. Therefore, everything he wrote concerning Zarathustra was not mere imagination, but a clear visionary intuition. And with that, I too must depart.